My parents tried to force me to empty my life savings. Why? To fund my golden child sister's luxury destination wedding. So, I packed up my entire life in the middle of the night. I vanished without a trace and left them footing a massive bill they couldn't afford. I'm Emily, I'm 26, and I'm a freelance illustrator. For the last 3 years, I've lived at home, paying my parents $800 a month in rent. Honestly, I didn't mind it. I figured I was helping my family keep the house afloat while I built my business. But my older sister, Lauren, she's 29 and has always been their absolute favorite. She jumps from one failed influencer career to another, and my parents just blindly applaud her. Meanwhile, I paid my rent, bought my own groceries, and stayed totally invisible. Then, Lauren's latest business flopped completely. She moved back in with her deadbeat fiancé, Tyler, and their 2 incredibly destructive pet parrots. My parents didn't even ask me. They just handed them the guest room. Instantly, the house became an absolute nightmare. The birds squawked constantly while I tried to work. Tyler ate all my meal-prepped food, and neither of them paid a single dime. I tried to keep the peace. But then my dad pulled me aside one evening. "Expenses are tight," he said, avoiding eye contact. "We need you to double your rent to $1,600. It's to help Lauren and Tyler save for their big wedding." I was stunned. I was supposed to subsidize her luxury party while she lived here for free? I told him absolutely not. But that wasn't even the worst part. A few days later, I came home and found Lauren in my home office. She was using my $2,000 drawing tablet as a coaster for her iced coffee. When I snapped at her, she just rolled her eyes and called me dramatic. My parents rushed in and actually defended her. They told me I needed to learn how to share my space. I started locking my door, but the tension in the house was boiling over. Then things got even stranger. My mom called a family meeting over dinner. She smiled brightly and announced that Lauren and Tyler needed more space to film their daily vlogs. "Emily, we're moving you to the unfinished basement," she said, totally deadpan. "Lauren is taking your room." I looked around the table. Nobody was joking. I stood up, looked my mother in the eye, and said, "I pay rent here. I am not moving to a concrete dungeon." What happened next shocked me. Lauren threw a massive screaming tantrum right at the table. She sobbed that I was ruining her dream wedding. And that's when Tyler slipped up. He yelled, "If you don't step up, how are we supposed to pay the catering company by Friday?" I froze. The next day, while they were out, I did some quiet digging. I found a hidden invoice stuffed in my dad's desk drawer. My parents had secretly signed a $15,000 catering contract for Lauren's wedding. Worse, they had listed my credit card details on the guarantee form. They had stolen an old bank statement from my trash. They planned to charge my account without my consent. I didn't scream. I didn't argue. I just went into total survival mode. I immediately canceled my cards and froze my credit. Then, I signed a lease for a small apartment across town. For 3 days, I casually snuck my belongings out in garbage bags so they wouldn't notice. On Thursday night, they were distracted at a cake tasting. So, I loaded my car, left my keys on the counter, and drove away forever. By Friday morning, my phone was exploding. The catering company tried to run the massive deposit, and it completely bounced. My dad left voicemails begging for cash, claiming I had betrayed the family. Lauren texted me 40 times, calling me a monster. I just blocked all their numbers. Last I heard, the wedding was canceled. My parents are scrambling to pay thousands in cancellation fees. Now, I'm finally living in peace. My art business is booming, and I haven't looked back once.